In a small village tucked between rolling hills and deep forests, there lived a boy named Elias. Unlike the other children who loved running through meadows or playing by the river, Elias spent his evenings gazing up at the night sky. He would sit by his little window, chin resting on his hands, watching as countless stars blinked like tiny lanterns hung in the heavens. One night, as the moon cast silver light across his room, Elias whispered, "If only I could reach the stars. I would hold one in my hands, and it would never let me feel small again." His mother, hearing his soft voice, peeked into his room. "Elias, my sweet dreamer," she said with a gentle smile. "The stars are beautiful, but they are far away. You must be careful not to lose yourself in dreams so high." "But Mama," Elias replied, his eyes wide with wonder, "what if they are not just far away? What if they are waiting for someone like me to visit them?" His mother chuckled softly, kissed his forehead, and tucked him beneath his quilt. "Then perhaps, one day, they will invite you. For now, let them guard your dreams." But Elias did not fall asleep right away. That night, he made a silent promise to himself, "One day, I will reach the stars, no matter how far they are." The next day, Elias wandered into the forest at the edge of the village. It was a place full of secrets, trees so tall they touched the clouds, and streams that sang songs older than time. As he sat by a brook, tracing circles in the water with a stick, a sudden breeze brushed against his ear. "Dreamer," a soft voice whispered. Elias looked around, startled. "Who's there?" The wind rustled the leaves again. "You want to reach the stars, don't you?" "Yes," Elias answered without hesitation. "Then follow the path where the moonlight touches the ground," the wind replied. "You will find what you seek." That evening, as the moon rose, Elias remembered the words. He crept quietly from his house, clutching a lantern. In the forest, he saw patches of moonlight scattered across the mossy floor. One glowing path shimmered brighter than the rest. His heart pounded. "This is it," he whispered, and he stepped onto the moonlit trail. The deeper he walked, the more the world changed. Trees bent gracefully as if bowing to him, and flowers glowed faintly in the dark. The path led to a clearing where an enormous oak stood, its branches stretched like arms reaching for the stars. At the base of the oak, Elias found a small wooden door carved into the trunk. It pulsed faintly with golden light. He placed his hand on the door and felt warmth, as though the stars themselves were waiting behind it. When Elias pushed the door open, he was greeted by a swirl of silver mist. Stepping inside, he found himself in a vast chamber that seemed larger than the oak itself. The walls shimmered with constellations, and the air smelled of stardust and old stories. At the center stood a tall figure cloaked in midnight blue, with eyes like glowing moons. "Welcome, Elias," the figure said in a deep, calming voice. "I am Leora, guardian of dreams." Elias gasped. "You know my name?" "Of course. I know every dreamer. And yours is louder than most. You wish to walk among the stars." "Yes. Please teach me how," Elias begged. Leora studied him. "To reach the stars, you must prove that your heart is strong and your spirit unbreakable. The stars are not toys, Elias. They are living flames, ancient and wise. If you are careless, they could burn you to ashes. Do you still wish to try?" Elias stood tall, though his knees trembled. "Yes. I'll do whatever it takes." The guardian extended a hand, and a small orb of light floated toward Elias. It glowed like a star. "This is your first trial," Leora explained. "Keep this light alive as you journey. It is fragile, like hope. If it fades, your dream will end." Elias cupped the orb carefully in his hands, feeling its warmth seep into him. "I won't let it die," he promised. Leora's cloak swirled like the night sky. "Then go. Your journey begins beyond this door." With that, another doorway appeared, leading to unknown lands. Elias stepped through, his heart pounding with excitement and fear. Beyond the doorway stretched a strange world. The sky was dark, but not with stars, only endless shadows. Black mountains loomed in the distance, and the ground glittered faintly with crystal dust. As Elias walked carefully, clutching his glowing orb, he heard voices whispering from the shadows. "You are too small. You will never reach the stars. Give up, little dreamer." Elias shivered, but held the orb closer to his chest. "I won't give up. I promised." From the darkness, a pair of glowing eyes appeared. A great raven, its feathers shimmering like obsidian, landed before him. "Why do you wander here, child?" the raven croaked. "I want to reach the stars," Elias said. The raven tilted its head. "The stars? They are not for humans. Turn back before you are swallowed by night." "I can't," Elias said firmly. "This is my dream, and I won't let go of it." The raven studied him for a moment, then gave a strange, raspy laugh. "Perhaps you have courage after all. Then prove it." "Cross the valley of shadows. Only there will you find the path upward." The raven flapped its wings, and the shadows parted to reveal a narrow bridge of stone stretching across a bottomless chasm. Elias took a deep breath. "I will make it." Step by step, he crossed the bridge. The whispers grew louder, the shadows tried to grab at his feet, but his orb glowed brighter each time he whispered to himself, "I believe." When he finally reached the other side, the raven bowed its head. "You are braver than most. Perhaps the stars will listen to you." At the end of the valley, Elias found a towering silver ladder that reached high into the clouds. It shimmered as though woven from moonlight itself. "This must be the way," he said, tightening his grip on the glowing orb. The climb was long and tiring. His hands ached, his legs trembled, and the higher he went, the thinner the air became. Below him, the world grew smaller and smaller until it looked like a tiny patchwork quilt. Halfway up, Elias almost slipped. His orb flickered dangerously. "No," he cried. "I won't let go of my dream." He pressed the orb to his chest, and it steadied, glowing brighter once more. At last, after what felt like hours, Elias reached the top of the ladder. He pulled himself onto a soft, glowing cloud. Above him, the stars sparkled brighter than ever, close enough to touch. On the cloud, Elias was greeted by a circle of radiant beings. They were the stars themselves, each with a human-like shape but shining with their own light. One star, burning golden, stepped forward. "Child of Earth, why have you come?" Elias bowed his head respectfully. "I have dreamed all my life of reaching you. I want to learn your secrets, to feel your warmth, to prove that even a small boy can touch the sky." The stars murmured among themselves. Then the Golden One spoke again. "You have shown courage, determination, and faith. Few reach this place. But tell us, what will you do with our gift, if we grant it?" Elias thought for a long moment. Then he said softly, "I would bring hope back to earth. I would tell others that dreams are not foolish. That even the smallest person can do something impossible." The stars glowed brighter, as if smiling. "Then you are worthy." They extended their hands, and Elias felt warmth flow into him. The orb in his hands melted into starlight, sinking into his heart. For one dazzling moment, he felt as if he himself had become a star, glowing with infinite possibility. When Elias awoke, he was back in his bed, the morning sun spilling across his quilt. For a moment, he wondered if it had all been a dream. But when he looked at his hands, he saw faint sparkles of stardust on his fingertips. He ran to the window and looked at the sky. The stars were hidden by daylight, but Elias knew they were there, watching him, waiting. His mother entered the room, smiling. "Did you dream again, my little stargazer?" Elias hugged her tightly. "Yes, Mama. And one day, I'll share that dream with everyone." And though the years would pass, Elias never forgot the journey. He grew into a storyteller, filling the nights with tales of courage and wonder, reminding every listener that no dream was ever too far away. And sometimes, when he looked up at the night sky, one star would twinkle a little brighter, just for him.